Welcome to the EPRL Bass Pro Shops Cup Series Season 6, Round 8 here at Talladega. On the pole is the 45 of Dylan Young, and outside of him, starting second, is Carter Kozlowski. Starting third is the 21 of Brandon Bain. Fourth, Joshua Balkin, and rounding out your top five is Anthony Emery in the 55 car. So we're going to get the command for you to get the cars rolling off for 19 laps at Talladega. Here's the command.
Drivers, start your engines.
The field rolls off for the second restrictor plate race of the season. Yeah, it is basically the second restrictor plate race of the season because Harley-Pool does not have restrictor plates on those cars. So here we go, coming through turns 3 and 4. It's going to be Dylan Young leading this field to the green flag for 19 laps at Talladega Super Speedway. One of the bigger tracks that we go to. It's not the biggest in this series, but it is the largest track in the Sprint Cup series. Coming out of turn number 4 into the tri-oval. They always talk about it. The finish line is located almost into turn 1, unlike Daytona where the finish line's right about here. That's about where we take the green flag. Here we go. Dylan Young, Carter Kozlowski lead the 42 car field to the green flag. We're racing at Talladega. They already are starting to fan out 3-4 wide heading into turn 1 for the first time. Are we going to see the tandem racing that we usually see? Well, we usually don't see it. I believe we saw that last season. In the fall racing, we already have a crash in turn 1. Already a big pile up down in turns 1 and 2. Dylan Young leads the field and cars are all over the place. Sean Henley is on the apron. Oh, Dylan Young, Carter Kozlowski. Kozlowski went to make the pass and almost turned the 45 around. Now Carter Kozlowski's leading the outside line of cars, and now they all spin out coming out of turn 4. Courtney Simpson makes contact with John Dillon, and John spins coming off of turn number 4. Winning it back to the line might just be Billy Bishop, and it was Brandon Bain by inches. Pace cars out. It's Kyle Smith last in points. Phil Jones. I saw Stephen Dillon, John Dillon, Jack Richards, Jordan Balkin, Charles Jackson, Sean Galligan, CJ Sorensen, Andrew Schwartz. And oh, we got a big wreck under caution. And it's Richard Johnson in the 12 and a few others. Chris Summers, the point leader, is in it. Cole Freilich, Michael Shelton. Unbelievable. Sean Galligan, T.O. Bain, Charles Jackson, Jack Richards. Unnecessary to see this under caution. Dion Petty, the Atlanta winner. That's ridiculous. Crashing under caution here at Talladega. The track is so wide. I don't know why they would wreck under caution, but let's get you a replay of what happened. Alright. I think it was Charles Jackson and Jack Richards that made contact initially, and that's what caused this. Yeah, that is exactly what happened. Then they come down into Dion, Drew Austin, Kyle Smith, Stephen Dillon. Oh, Phil Jones. Oh, that hole just closed up so quickly. There was nowhere for Phil to go in that 31. It was actually a pretty short crash, but there were about 5 or 6 cars involved. Now, all these guys are scattering to the apron. And then we saw carnage coming out of turn 4 with John Dillon. I don't know what happened to John. I know I saw Courtney Simpson get turned sideways. She was able to save it. I think Michael Nemechek now drives at 00. Oh, yeah. Michael. Oh, John Dillon into the inside wall very hard. That looked a lot like Nelson Piquet's hit at Daytona in the Camping World Truck Series. Speaking of Truck Series, we're going to have the Dasani Truck Series touring with the Bass Pro Shops Cup Series in Season 7. Oh, Jack Richards. That was close. Coming through the tri-oval, looks like everything else was okay. Alright, we're going to get another look at this. Yeah, it was Michael Nemechek that turned Courtney Simpson sideways. Then Joseph Clark. Wow, Joseph drifting down there. But watch the impact that John Dillon took. 144 miles an hour into the inside wall. Debris went flying everywhere the second he hit. What a hard hit by John Dillon as they were racing back to the start-finish line. Michael Nemechek spins Courtney Simpson. Simpson saves it. Not the same story for John Dillon. But then, after the caution had came out, there was a crash exiting turn number 2. And I remember I saw Cole Freilich in there. Oh, wait, did Drew Austin just pull right up in front of these guys? No, the crash had already been happening. Oh, yeah, it was Richard Johnson. That's right. He was the first car around. Let's back this up for you. Looks like, oh, Kurt Keselowski looks like he wasn't happy with Chris Summers. And I'm not sure, but he just gets into Chris, the point leader, sends him into Richard Johnson, and Richard and Chris got the worst of it until everybody else came flying into it. Michael Nemechek, there's Danny Wells, Zach Buchanan, Michael Shelton. A few of the point leaders are in this. Who was the other? I know I saw Chris in that. Oh, yeah, and Zach Buchanan. Buchanan was in it. Wow, look at CJ. Oh, I think he missed T.O. Bain. Ooh, not the same story for Sean Galligan as he hit pretty hard. Uh-oh, Charles Jackson. Jack Richards, after a very scary wreck at Hartlepool, 2 races ago. So, yeah, that is what happened to bring out the first caution of the race here at Talladega. I'm sure it's not going to be the last one. Alright, we're going to take you through the field as we get set for the restart. It's going to be Brandon Bain leading. Second is Anthony Emery. Third, Billy Bishop. Fourth, Carter Keselowski. And fifth is Devin Hargett. Sixth, Joshua Balkin. Seventh, Dylan Young. Eighth, Jeffrey Finge. Ninth, Garrett Jones. And 10th is Joseph Bryant. 11th, Seth Cole. 12th, Greg Jones. 13th, Julie Stewart. 14th, Jordan Apolito. 15th, Michael Nemechek. 16th, Zach Buchanan. 17th, Matthew McMurray. 18th, Jacob Stumpf. 19th, Jeremy Balkin. 20th is Joseph Clark. 21st, Andrew Schwartz. 22nd, Phil Jones. 23rd, Courtney Simpson. 24th, Sean Henley. 25th is Jordan Balkin. 26th, T.O. Bain. 27th, Richard Johnson. 28th, C.J. Sorensen. 29th, Kurt Keselowski. 30th, Eric Burton. 31st, Drew Austin. 32nd, Stephen Dillon. 33rd, John Dillon. And 34th for the restart will be Jack Richards. I remember seeing Matthew McMurray and Zach Buchanan nose to tail back there. I'm wondering if they're going to be doing a tandem draft along with the Dillon brothers way at the back of the field. As we come through the tri-oval, getting set to take the green flag for the second time today. Brandon Bain, Anthony Emery, and Billy Bishop lead them back to the green flag here at Talladega, and we're racing again. Anthony Emery made a look to the outside, and there he goes. He puts the entire car to the outside of the track. Let's see if anybody's going to help him out. Looks like Billy Bishop's going to stick to the bottom of the track with Brandon Bain, and that's going to help out Brandon as we come out of turn number 2. Brandon Bain's got Billy Bishop pushing him. Looks like we made it through turns 1 and 2 this time, down the back stretch. Down the backstretch they go, fanning out 3 wide here in the front of the field. On the outside of the track, that's Anthony Emery, who was being pushed by Joshua Balkin, then dove to the bottom to get help from the 45 of Dylan Young. Coming out of turn number 4, it's going to be Carter Keselowski looking to the bottom of the track in the 24. And now Jeffrey Finge, last week's winner, is going to make it 3 wide, 4 wide just behind them. It's going to be Finge leading this lap, but now Garrett Jones is going to go for the lead at Talladega. This lead pack is getting 3 to 4 wide. 4 wide is okay at Talladega, unlike Daytona. A lot of the things that you can do at Talladega, you would not be able to do at Daytona. And oh, Seth Cole! Seth Cole all the way to the apron, and he emerges back and gets turned around in front of the whole field. Devin Hargett hits hard, Carter Keselowski, Matthew McMurray, Jacob Stumpf, and the whole field. Oh, more cars stacking into this. Eric Burton, the Bud Shootout winner. Richard Johnson, Eric Burton, as we mentioned. Joseph Bryant, Jeffrey Finge are going to race it back to the stripe, and it's going to be Bryant winning the race back, it looks like. Oh, that was close, and I believe it was Bryant winning it. So Bryant wins the race back to the line. John Dillon is tore up. Carter Keselowski, Jack Richards, Steven Dillon, Seth Cole, Joseph Clark, Sean Henley got damaged. Phil Jones, Brandon Bain, who had led him back down to the restart. Courtney Simpson looks to have some damage, I believe. I don't see anything on her car, along with Buchanan. I don't think Phil Jones got anything in that. Maybe Brandon Bain. I don't know. We're going to get a replay so we can cover all this for you. Alright, well, this was a chain reaction between two friends and NSCRA teammates, Joseph Bryant and Seth Cole. They made contact, and Greg Jones got into Seth. Seth's spotter told him clear, and unfortunately that wasn't the case. Turns Seth in front of the whole field. Greg Jones had nowhere to go. You can't put any blame on him for that. And Matthew McMurray, Carter Keselowski, having the best run of his season, gets involved in this. Devin Hargett. Oh, Buchanan, Courtney Simpson, Phil Jones had a great avoidance getting around Jacob Stumpf. And yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, Joseph Clark and T.O. Bain flipped over. And then there was more trouble between Matthew McMurray and, oh man, Joseph Clark took some vicious hits. Here, we're going to find Greg Jones here. Yeah, when I saw him go down low, I was kind of wondering if this would happen. And he got into the grass. That's where it's so loose. You have no control of your car. Hits Joshua Balkin. Joshua does a great job saving it. Billy Bishop does a really good job avoiding that. And then Greg spins back down, gets hit by Joseph Clark very hard. T.O. Bain hits him. He barrel rolls into CJ. Jacob Stumpf, a rookie, comes in. He hits him. Oh, Kurt Keselowski clobbered Greg Jones. Greg flips over. Steven Dillon, I think, got a piece of this in some way or another. And he might have hit John. Never mind. Oh, yeah, Matthew McMurray. What happened to him? All right, getting a look at Matthew McMurray. I saw Schwartz get into the back of him. Yeah, they were trying to avoid this, and Schwartz went to pass McMurray because he was off the pace. He hit him. He gets sent, hits the outside wall hard, and then CJ hits him in the front. Spins that 18 car violently, and Jack Richards, then he hits CJ, then he spins up the track, hits the race logo, the Amp Energy 500, the Amp Energy Juice 500, and Seth Cole hits him hard. Wow, look at all that debris just scatter the second he hit him. And I believe Steven might have hit Jack. Oh, he just missed him. So that is what happened to bring out the second caution of the race and a bunch of torn up race cars here at Talladega. And, wow, a lot of cars demolished after the second wreck of the day. Let's get you back to the restart, where we're going to have, I believe, Jeffrey Finge. No, never mind, sorry. Joseph Bryant leading us back to the restart. Alright, getting ready for the restart. Joseph Bryant's your leader with Jeffrey Finge in second. Third, Dylan Young. Fourth, Garrett Jones. And fifth is Julie Stewart. Sixth, Joshua Balkin. Seventh, Billy Bishop. Eighth, Jordan Apolito. Ninth, Anthony Emery. And 10th is Michael Nemechek. 11th, Jeremy Balkin. 12th, Zach Buchanan. 13th, Courtney Simpson. 14th, Brandon Bain. 15th is Phil Jones. 16th, Sean Henley. 17th, Andrew Schwartz. And 18th is John Dillon in the 15 car. So we are about half a lap away from going back under the green. One thing to mention, the Daytona 500 winner Jordan Apolito currently sits 4th in points. It is no surprise to see him do well here at these super speedways, as he ran very well in the Daytona 500, passed CJ Sanders for the win, who does not race in the series anymore. He only raced in the first 5 races, and then he was out for the season. So Jordan Apolito restarts 8th, hoping to sweep the first 2 restrictor plate races of the season. We're going to head back up to Joseph Bryant in the 84 car. He's had a very solid season up to this point, sitting in the top 15 in points. I believe the top 10, actually. As we come through the tri-oval, it's going to be Bryant, Jeffrey Finge, Dylan Young, Garrett Jones, and Julie Stewart, your front 5. Garrett Jones more than likely going to take over the point lead after this race because Chris Summers has wrecked. He was the point leader coming into this event. Zach Buchanan still runs in this race, I believe, in about 14th. He was 3rd in points entering the race, but the green flag comes back in the air, and Joseph Bryant leads us back to the green. Julie Stewart makes a look to the bottom. 2 Evernham cars split up heading into turn 1. Julie Stewart and Joshua Balkin. through 1 and 2, Joseph Bryant gets out to a little bit of a lead over Jeffrey Finke. Not what you want to do here at Talladega, because trust me, they can gang up on you in a hurry. As we come down the back straightaway, Joseph Bryant leading Jeffrey Finke, but now here comes Jeffrey to the bottom. He's going to have Dylan Young helping him out, but Garrett Jones is going to have, Joseph Bryant's going to have Garrett Jones pushing him as we come through 3 and 4. Garrett Jones pushing Joseph Bryant. Now Dylan Young's going to have to hold off Julie Stewart, and she's trying to make a move to the inside. Dylan Young slams the door on her as now we come through the tri-oval. It's going to be Jeffrey Finke leading this lap. 7 to go here at Talladega. Through 1 and 2, I saw Billy Bishop nearly turn Julie Stewart in turns 1 and 2, but it helped her out as now she jumps to the second position, hoping to catch the 07 of Jeffrey Finke, Texas winner, just 1 race ago. A lot of the drivers towards the back of the field, including Sean Henley, have a lot of damage, and they probably will not have anything for these leaders. I'd say it's even questionable whether Anthony Emery and the 00 there, Michael Nemechek, are still in this. Of course, those two are teammates, so if they can hook up, they might be able to catch this pack, because they're starting to lose the draft. They're still hanging on to it a little bit, and there's a little bit of a battle going on but among those 4 drivers off the pace a bit, including Zach Buchanan, Courtney Simpson, and who else was there? I couldn't really tell. Go back to that battle. It was 4 wide heading into the turn. Yeah, Andrew Schwartz and Phil Jones are also there. Brandon Bain sitting just behind it. 3 wide entering turn 3. That's for the 4th position, but that's easily, you can easily do that at Talladega. 3 wide is no big deal. Coming out of turn number 4, it's going to be Garrett Jones leading the field, trying to score his 2nd win of the season, and the 5th of his career. 3 wide coming through the tri-oval again. It's going to be Garrett Jones leading this lap. Jordan Apolito, we talked about him, how good he is at these restrictor plate races. He won the Daytona 500, and he's trying to win Talladega as well. He's running in the 2nd position here with just 5 laps to go at Talladega. Let's see. Anthony Emery and Michael Nemechek have actually caught the draft, and they are right in the mix of this. Look at Anthony. He's just hanging on to it right now. Michael Nemechek is now within the pack, and he's actually ahead of Joshua Balkin and just about to pass Billy Bishop. Garrett Jones is actually out to a decent-sized lead, and like we mentioned earlier, not what you necessarily want here at Talladega. As we come around to complete lap 15, Garrett Jones trying to score his 2nd win of the year, tie him 2nd all-time on the win list, with drivers like Stephen Dillon and Ziggy Bain. You can find that all-time win list and much more on the EPRL Racing, the EPRL website. The link will be in the description. As Garrett Jones still leading this race. Jeremy Balkin in the 44 trying to make the pass on the 11. Here we go into turn number 3. Jeremy's going to go for the lead here at Talladega as we come through turns 3 and 4. And the pattern continues. 2 early crashes, and then it starts to settle down. We saw that at Texas last week and Hartlepool 2 races ago. Garrett Jones has a little too much help on the outside. He goes further outside than he wanted to because he did not want to get wrecked by Jeffrey Finke. This lead package was really starting to scare me a bit. They were 4 wide heading into turn 1. Now they calm down to 2. Billy Bishop gets turned sideways in front of the pack, and they're all wrecking. This is going to be the race back to the line for the win. Joshua Balkin flipping over. Julie Stewart was wrecked. Jeremy Balkin. And he's still flipping down the back stretch. But this is for the win. Joseph Bryant leads Jordan Apolito and Billy Bishop through turns 3 and 4 for the final time at Talladega. Well, we jinxed it. We said that there would be 2 cautions coming through the tri-oval. Jordan Apolito not even going to make a move. Coming to the, caution flag, but it's basically the checker. Joseph Bryant just won this race. But what a scary wreck involving some dominant cars. Jeremy Balkin, Garrett Jones. Anthony Emery wasn't necessarily dominant. Oh, Jeffrey Finke was in that. He was a really good car. Anthony Emery going to push Garrett Jones to the line here. What a tough break for these guys that got wrecked late. They end up finishing around 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, around those positions. Oh man, what a tough break. Billy Bishop turns the leaders and ends up giving the win to Joseph Bryant. As they're coming to take the white flag this time, we're going to get you a replay and then get you to the finish. Alright, getting this replay here. I think Dylan Young was actually at fault for this. Yeah, Dylan got to the left side of Billy Bishop. That was nothing Billy could have done. He was trying to drive up the track to get off of him, but he just got turned, just flat out dumped here in front of the field. Wow, what a hard hit by all these guys. And also I saw Julie Stewart and Anthony Emery spinning out. I believe when they saw this crash, I think Julie checked up, and Anthony Emery got into the back of her, spun her out. Yeah, let's find Julie Stewart there in the number 9. Yeah, you can see the damage on the number 9. Let's see. Oh, Julie was right behind Michael Nemechek. He got spun out. She checked up and actually got into Michael a little bit. Then when she came to, came down the track to avoid it, she came down across the nose of the 55 and spins herself out onto the apron. Still not a terrible finish for the number 9 and 55, though, as they were still able to finish. If you were finishing the race, you were 16th or better. And some of the guys that brought it to pit lane were actually still able to finish in this top 18 or 19, I think. So let's get you to the finish, where Joseph Bryant's going to get his first win of the season. Well, I believe with this win, he's going to put himself second on the all-time win list. Maybe third, but we got like 7. It's like 15-way tie for 5th or something, or 6th, because there's so many drivers with 1 and 2 wins. But John Dillon sits alone on the top of that all-time wins list with 6 wins. Nobody has been able to get that yet. But Joseph Bryant's going to win the race. 2nd place, Jordan Appolito. 3rd, Billy Bishop. 4th, Dylan Young. And 5th is Andrew Schwartz. 6th, Courtney Simpson. 7th, Phil Jones. 8th, Zach Buchanan. 9th, Brandon Bain. And 10th is Julie Stewart. 11th, Garrett Jones. 12th, Anthony Emery. 13th, Michael Nemechek. 14th, John Dillon. And 15th is Sean Henley. So Joseph Bryant comes through turns 3 and 4 to pick up the win here at Talladega Super Speedway. 19 laps of racing. It's going to come to a close here at Dega. Coming through the tri-oval for the final time. We're probably going to come back here for the chase. I know Zen Joltis is going to be sometime around the chase, whether it's the last race before the chase. Oh yeah, that's right. Talladega is going to be race 20. That's the last race before the chase. And then Zen Joltis is probably going to be the first race of the chase. Still nothing official yet. But coming through the tri-oval, it's going to be Joseph Bryant scoring his, I believe, 4th win of his career here in the EPRL Bass Pro Shops Cup Series. Joseph Bryant takes the checkered at Talladega. Appolito 2nd, Billy Bishop in the 3rd position. Sean Henley with damage, he ended up finishing in the 15th position. So Joseph Bryant has won this race. Here are your official results. So there's 1st through 28th. Carter Kozlowski, that's his 4th 19th place finish of the season. And that's his best finish of the season as well. So obviously 19th is kind of the limit for Kozlowski right now. 2 Balkan boys were 17th and 18th. Few drivers that were very good today and just weren't able to capitalize on it. Jeffrey Finge, Garrett Jones, even Jordan Appolito. He kind of capitalized on it. He finished 2nd, but I'm sure he wanted that win really badly. So 17th, 18th, and 28th were the Balkan boys. Kyle Smith last in points, last in the race. He's about, I think, 20 points from gaining a position in the standings right now. And with his 42nd place finish, he's already pretty much done for any, even a wild card right now. He's not mathematically done for that wild card, but it's already really not looking good for Kyle Smith to even make a run at the top 30 in the points, really. So Joseph Bryant is going to go to victory lane. And the cars that finished, it was basically a sandwich of NNSCRA. Joseph Bryant, a member of the NNSCRA, and Sean Henley is also a part of that. Then in the middle were a bunch of other drivers, including 2 rookies within the top 5 and 2 rookies within the top 10. So rookies not doing so well here at Talladega. One of them finished second, one of them finished third. So still pretty good finishes for those 2 drivers. And we're going to get you the celebration screen for the 84, as this is a well-deserved win here at the Talladega Superspeedway.